So for example, if the employer chooses 8, the winner of the tournament will get 220 and the loser of the tournament will get 8. If he chooses contract type number 1, the winner will get 150, the loser will get 150 as well. In a tournament, employee can choose effort from 1 to 12 with increment of 0.5. So 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5, up to 12. The cost of effort is determined by the amount. 1 over E is the effort. If he puts in 2 units as an effort, therefore his cost will be 1. 1 minus 2 is 1, negative 1 power 2, 1. Highest productive employees get WH, lowest employee get WL, and ties are broken with 0.5 times WH plus WL. The employee's payoff depends on W, wage, whether WH or WL, minus the cost of effort. Employee's payoff depends on overall effort times 0.8. The participants, the control treatment consists of 33 subjects, 2 players, 36, 32, 30, and all the subjects in my experiment are undergrad students from different schools in USN. Age ranges from 21 to 25. Now the result, the overall effort level in each period. The effort level in baseline treatment is 6.0. The highest is 12. The effort exerted by employees in the baseline when there is no sabotage is 6. In 2 players, when there is sabotage is 3.4, which is lower. 3 player is 4.3 and 4 player is 5.56. The effort level according to wage spread. In a baseline treatment, higher wage spread induces higher productivity. When there is no sabotage, employer chooses higher wage and the employees are willing to put in higher effort to compete for the tournament prize. Power of tournament to induce effort is undermined when there is opportunity to sabotage. In the baseline, higher effort level, in a baseline offers significantly higher effort level than in the 2-player treatment. In the 2-player treatment, when there is opportunity to sabotage each other. So therefore, the employees will be very reluctant to work harder, to put in higher effort. In 3- and 4-player treatments, the effort levels are significantly larger in a 2-player treatment, but still lesser than the baseline or control treatment. The table shows the correlation or the responses of the employees to the wage level. In a baseline, when the wage increases, the effort level also increases. But the relationship is very weak in a 2-player treatment when there is sabotage, and in 3 and 4, the relationship is, of course, is stronger than 2-player treatment, but weaker than the baseline treatment. The relationship between wage spread and sabotage in 2-player, but less obvious in 3 and 4-player treatments. This is the probability to sabotage in 2-player, 3-player, and 4-player treatment. The probability to sabotage is very high in a 2-player treatment, but the probability to sabotage is reduced tremendously in 4-player treatment. Figure 1 shows the different types of contract. So we saw the effort level by the employees, and now we are looking into how the employers offer different level of wages to the employees. You see, in a baseline, because there is no sabotage, there is always incentive. There is always incentive for the employers to offer high wage, because there's no sabotage, and then offering higher wage can induce higher effort, so therefore higher profit for the employer. But in 2-player treatment, when there is sabotage, employers will choose low tournament price. So as you can see from the graph, the wage spread refers to WH minus WL. So when the wage spread is 0 and 20, a lot of employers offers this kind of contract. But when it comes to the wage spread of 100 and when the wage spread of 80 and above, we can see very low frequency of employers actually offer that wage range, because there's always because there is an incentive for the employees to sabotage. Therefore, the employers will not offer high wage in order to induce effort. But what we're interested in is the effort level and the wage level offered by the employers in 3 players and 4 players treatment. As we can see from the graph, 3 players and 4 players, the employers actually offer higher price range compared to 2 players treatment. Because in a 3 player and 4 players treatment, the employees, like I say, when they sabotage, they create public goods. So therefore, it creates no benefit for the employees to sabotage each other. Okay? All right? So I think that's my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Chiang. We have, I think, a few minutes left, 3 or 4 minutes. So can I have 1 or 2 questions from the floor? It's very interesting terms used, tournament between employers and employees. Okay, and also another term, sabotage. How they sabotage is not very clearly mentioned. How they sabotage so that there's a benefit for the employees and also for the employees. Do you have any question? Please. Okay, 1 question.
I'm from ASU Patan. Yes, please refer to the slide data slide.
Okay. Which one?
Actually, I have no knowledge about this field of slide.
Okay.
Data.
So what is your question?
Please refer to data.
Okay.
Data slide.
Previous one.
Since we are studying the tournament between the employers and workers, and but your data you're taking from the students, so I understand that how students relate between the employees and employees.
Thanks. This basically refers very much to the external validity problem in experimental economics. In experimental economics, there are several concerns. The first thing is that whether the results obtained in the lab can be applied in the real world. That is one. The second thing is that we want to see whether the result is internally valid. Internally valid means that whatever design in the lab is the result actually diluted or what is it, polluted by other variables which are not considered in the experimental design. So we have to think about both. One is external validity, one is internal validity. So you refer to if I understand that if this tournament is applied in the real world, in the factory floor maybe, the result will be different. Okay? But we also have to think about there are other confounding factors in the factory floor. If we bring in workers, the workers may have different kind of background. The workers may have a vast experience in his throughout his working life, which will create some kind of confounding factors, unforeseen factors, which cannot be captured in the experiment. Another point I would like to make is that experimental economics is very much focuses on the behavior, the responses, we economists believe that human beings react to incentive. So in the lab we can see filter out all the confounding factors. If we were to go to the factory floor, you will observe a lot of confounding factors which you cannot filter out. The family background problem, the kids problem, those are not important in our analysis, but still they affect the decision. But here, we want to see how incentive actually induces the kind of behavioral patterns. So human behavioral patterns, we experimental economists believe is applicable to everybody, which humans react to incentive. But at the same time, of course, like I was saying, I will definitely apply this tournament if I have another chance to the factory floor, want to see the real workers' behavior. Thank you.
Okay, I hope you are satisfied with the answer given by Dr. Chiang. Why he has chosen university student as the respondent of his study. Okay, I couldn't proceed any longer because it's out of time. So I would like to thank you, Dr. Chiang, for a very impressive presentation, especially using the term tournament between employers and employees. Thank you very much. Give a big hand to. Okay, our last speaker today is Yong Kang Hia. Please come forward. Okay, actually I have a very brief biodata of the speakers, so I have to talk very frank to him. Mr. Yong Kang Chia, Mr. Chia is a PhD student from Department of Economics, University of Malaya in Kuala Lumpur. He's going to present his paper entitled The Determinants of Self-Rated Health, an Empirical View in Malaysia. Without further ado, I would like to call upon Mr. Chia to present his paper.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Alright, good afternoon, everyone. So, my topic, the determinants of self-rated health and empirical view in Malaysia. So, basically, in this title, I'm looking at how people to rate their health. Is it how high income people to rate their health? Then how the high educated people to rate their health and so forth. Okay, so what is self-rated health? Okay, self-rated health is defined as how individuals perceive their health condition. So basically the question is addressed as asking people in general, how do you rate your health? So given the choice like maybe like excellent, very good, poor or fair. So people will choose either one. See depends how they rate their health. Okay, so why use self-rated health? Okay, self-rated health is a measurement to determine the people's health condition. So in general, there are a lot of measurement in this world. They've got mortality rate, morbidity rate, functional ability, and so forth. But those are too technical and involve a lot of courses, and then need some professional to conduct. And this, okay, in self-rated health, they actually don't need any professional to conduct, and it is very cheap. You can just design a questionnaire and distribute to all people around. And okay, as I mentioned it, not technical and can be widely understood and can be used in broad-based population surveys. And in self-rated health, they got few advantages also. As you can see, self-rated are able to predict chronic diseases, incidence, recovery from illness, functional decline, use of medical services, and morbidity and mortality. And self-rated health also has very high reliability in measuring health and could be the most preferred method compared to other measurements. So we can see here that self-rated health is very useful and very reliable and can be used to measure people's health. Okay, so this is my snippet of study. And this self-rated health actually is very popular, it's very famous overseas, in Western countries, in those developed countries. But in Malaysia, like one of the developing countries, still there are very lack of such research. And the purpose of this study is to give policymakers a clearer picture of the determinants of health status across the population, hence better health policy could be implemented. For example, the result, the findings found that high-income people or maybe low-income people tend to rate their health as poor. So the government can actually focus on the low-income people and see how they implement those policies that are effective to target at the low-income people. Okay, this is my research question. So basically, I'm here the determinants. I'm looking at two kinds of determinants. One is social demographic, and another one is individual's lifestyle. So in social demographic, we include like age, income, gender, and so forth. Later I will mention. And then the lifestyle will include smoking status, drinking status, and physical activities. So my objective to investigate the social demographic and the lifestyle determinant self-rated health across the population in Penang, Malaysia. Okay, this is my model. Okay, my dependent variable, I measured three outcomes: okay, excellent, fair, and poor. So given these three outcomes, we consider still the dependent variable. So I use the ordered Probit model to analyze this kind of data. Okay, because ordinary Probit model is very suitable to measure such kind of ordinary outcomes like poor, fair, and excellent. Okay, my data. I'm using the cross-sectional primary survey data, and then it's collected based on convenience sampling survey method. Then bilingual self-administrated questionnaire were distributed in accordance to ethnic and gender composition of Penang population, and collected at various places of Penang as well, such as shopping mall, cafes, office, schools, so forth. And then the survey period is from August to October 2010, and a total of 415 respondents were collected. But due to the lack of information reported by some of the respondents, so I only used 398 for my final analysis. Okay, these are my independent variables. So you can see that I'm using age, gender, ethnicity, marital status, employment status, income, education, house locality, present chronic disease, smoking, drinking, and physical activities. Okay, this is my result, come from ordered Probit. So as I mentioned, I got three outcomes for poor, fair, and excellent. Those that are positive means they are more likely, and then the negative means they are not likely, means they are lower likelihood. So for example, I say high income, the negative there means they are high income people are less likely to rate themselves as poor. Okay, and then fair is the same. High income people are less likely to rate their health as fair, and so forth. Okay, this is my discussion. Okay, as you can see, older people are more likely to rate their health as poor or fair compared to their younger counterparts. Okay, common sense is because as individuals are growing older, they tend to be their fitness level and their health tend to decrease. So eventually they get less optimistic about their own health. So they will tend to rate themselves poorer than the younger counterparts. Okay. In terms of education level, okay, high educated people tend to have more knowledge and better understanding skill. So they tend to know more about the benefit of staying healthy, know more about the importance of staying healthy, and they also know how to stay healthy. So eventually they tend to rate their health better than those low educated. And income, as you know, those like healthy stuff such as health supplements, medical care, all are very expensive to consume. So those low income people, they tend to, because the low income people, they tend to face more budget constraint in consuming those stuff. So eventually they will rate themselves as poorer compared to those high income people. House locality. Okay, this is some interesting result. Okay, as I found that those people who are residing in rural areas, they are more likely to consider themselves to be better health than their urban counterparts. This is because those rural areas individuals, they tend to live in a less hectic lifestyle, they live in a less busy lifestyle, so they got more time to go for physical activity, go to enjoy the things they like. So eventually they will tend to rate their health better than those living in urban areas. Okay, health background. So individuals who self-reported that they got chronic disease, they tend to have lower likelihood of rating themselves to be better health than those who are from healthy background. Similarly, physical exercise. Those individuals who engage in regular physical activity also tend to rate their health as better than those who are inactive. It is some policy implication for my finding. Okay. First, public health policy aimed at improving health of the elderly could be very effective. This is what I found just now. This is what I found in this study. Older people tend to have poorer health, so public policy that aim at improving for those elderly could be very effective. So for instance, the government can encourage elderly to undertake regular physical activity, so such as organizing the fitness program that's specially designed for the elderly, such as low intensity aerobic, and can be organized frequently in recreation parks where most elderly individuals congregate. We also found that those who are present of chronic those who are suffering from chronic diseases also tend to rate themselves poorer than those who are from healthy background. So from the notion that if prevention is always better than cure, so government can actually highlighting the importance of preventive care to the community to encourage people to go for preventive medicine. Preventive medical care here means like health screening, blood tests, blood sugar tests, those stuff. The government should provide wider health coverage to the poor, even by subsidizing selected treatments and private hospitals. As we all know, when we are using the private hospitals care services or goods, they are quite very expensive. So government can actually subsidizing those stuff for the poor and make the poor more able to use the treatments and the services from the private hospital. And besides that, food aid program can be implemented as well. This food aid program is very very common over in developed countries such as US, but not in Malaysia. So this food aid program, such as the distribution of food stamps to the poor, can be introduced. So the poor, they actually can more afford to have nutritious foods. Last, public health authorities should create health awareness amongst the urbanized. As such program designed to promote regular exercise, less stressful lifestyle, and healthy diet could be implemented. So this create more education, more program about health education to those urbanized. Since the urbanized, they are very busy, they are less conscious about their own health. So government can actually create such kind of program to create their health awareness. So that's all.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chia. Very interesting topic you have presented about self-rated health. I just wonder whether there's any difference between self-rated health and health consciousness between these two terms. People are more conscious about their health, and also compared to the term you use, self-rated health. Anyhow, maybe we open to the floor a few questions before Mr. Chia can answer my question. It's very interesting, you know. And I think he forgot to mention about the gender, how women and men perceive their health, whether who are more conscious, whether the women or the men about their health. Okay, maybe I have one or two questions from you. Very interesting, especially there's lots of women here compared to men. Okay, maybe Mr. Chia can answer my question. Is it any different, or there's the same health consciousness and separated health?
Actually, it's different. Health consciousness, health consciousness is about how people are aware of their health. I mean, they're aware. Maybe they're aware of eating those processed food. They found that the processed food is no good. Then they're more aware of the disadvantage of processed food, and then they're more aware of drinking beer, those stuff. But self-rated health is different. Self-rated is like in how individuals rate their health in general. So, for example, people asking me, Chia, how do you rate yourself in general? So maybe I'm just answering them. I'm very good recently.
But in order for you to rate yourself, you must be conscious of it first. If not, you cannot rate yourself. If you are not bothered about your health, you just couldn't care less about your health, you just simply eat and you don't perform, you don't do exercise. Before you can rate yourself, you must be conscious about your health first. Alright.
So you're meaning that...
Is it related or different? Related? It's related, right?
Related, but not very...
Okay, thank you. Yes, well, another question about this gender.
Okay. In my result, I found that gender... Gender actually is insignificant in my study. So the p-value is not significant at all. So that means we can make a conclusion that there's no difference between male and female.
Really?
I mean, in my study, maybe in other studies.
I don't believe that there's no difference between men and women when we talk about health consciousness or separated health. Maybe you can, just now I saw one hands up. You want to ask a question? In front. Okay, Mr. Chang, you want to ask a question? Okay.
Yeah, it's about very related to what Professor Suhaimi said about the health consciousness and the self-rated health. Because individually, I would always think that high cholesterol food, although it is harmful to my health, but I always think before I eat very delicious shrimp in front of me, that my health is always okay. So, do you think that self-rating is an honest mechanism to rate our health?
Okay. So you're mentioning that, for example, yourself, you're eating high cholesterol food frequently, but you still rate yourself very good, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like this. Okay. You ask Mr. A, right? Are you healthy today? I'm very healthy. Is it sincere come from him that he's healthy?
Oh, okay. Should I answer this? okay. Of course, to some certain extent, they got related from health conscious to how people celebrate their health. So, like maybe just now you mentioned that maybe I'm less health conscious, but I still rate myself is very good.
Maybe sincerity is not part of your research.
Maybe, okay, health conscious can, okay, if you want to see these kind of things, maybe health conscious it can become as an independent variable to measure the self-rated health. But in this case, I didn't include it. So,
sincerity is not included in your research, okay? Okay, one more question. Maybe we have a last question from the floor. Especially the women, maybe one question from you. I'm waiting a question from you. Regarding health. Health is very, very important for women. You see, the what you call cosmetic industry is booming everywhere, not only in Malaysia, but also in Japan and all over the world. People are making money. We produce new entrepreneurs in cosmetic industry because of this part of health. Yeah? No question. Okay, if there is no question, I would like to thank you, Mr. Chia, for very impressive presentation, very informative, and give a big hand to Mr. Chia. Okay, so we have come to the end of the session. I would like to thank you for all of you for paying your attention to the three presenters. I hope you have something to refresh your mind. And we see you at 5:30. 5:30. We have our dinner tonight, right? 6:30. And please give a big hand to ourselves. Thank you very much, and give back this mic to the organizer.